When I ask an English learner, what do you do to improve your spoken English? Then the most common response I get is, I read. I read a lot. And then they say, when I read, I feel I'm understanding everything, but when I try to speak, I'm not able to use the same. I'm not able to use the same in my conversation, whatever I read about. So, in today's video, I want to talk about the same this connection between reading and fluency. And also, I will help you clear all the confusions around some common questions like should you read to speak English? Or if yes, then what and how should I read? And last, what not to do while reading. So, keep watching this video till the end to get all these answers. So, let's get started with the video. So now, should you read to speak English fluently? So first of all, I want to tell you, reading alone won't make you fluent unless you know how to use it the right way. So let's understand this with one example. When you try to speak, many of you have these common doubts, like words don't come to my mind, or my mind goes blank, or at the moment I am not able to recall anything. All these problems happen. And it happens because speaking is output, and output won't come if there is not enough input. And to speak better, you need to have a better input. So that way, reading helps. Reading provides you that input, information, and knowledge. So when you try to speak, you can use that information or input to speak better. And along with that, when you read something, you understand the use of English in real situations. Your brain starts picking some sentences, sentence structure, words, phrases without even realizing it. And not only this, reading helps you with many other things, like it trains your brain to think in English. And if you read out loud, it helps you to reduce that mother tongue influence. It makes your tongue comfortable with the language, with the English language. And third, it helps you to understand sentences and vocabulary in context. So, yes, reading can help you to speak English fluently if it is done the right way. Now, let's talk about this common question. I read a lot, but still I'm not able to speak clearly. I'm not able to use that somewhere in my conversations. Okay, to understand this, I must tell you one thing. Let me take you back to your school days. Because from our school days, we have been reading a lot. We used to read our textbooks, right? If that type of reading had been enough, by now we all would have been fluent speakers. It means there is something different that we need to do. It means that type of reading is not enough to speak because that was a passive reading. There, we were not engaging with the content. We were not focusing on the words or sentences in the context of speaking. All we were doing was absorbing information without letting our brain to process this information to use in speaking. So, this passive reading won't make a difference. So, what you have to do is active reading. Active reading means whatever you are reading, you have to read with the intention of speaking. That way, your brain will make the connection between what you read and what you speak. Reading alone is not enough if you are reading something in your mind without talking it out loud, without understanding the content, that won't make much difference. This time you have to read with intentions. We call it intentional reading or active reading. That will help you. I will tell you about this active reading and intentional reading in a while. But remember, if you read with attention, you will speak with intention. And most importantly, it depends upon what you are reading and how you are reading. Now let's talk about what should you read. Okay, if you are a beginner or you are someone who doesn't like reading much, then I would suggest you to start with short and simple stories or with children's book because they are fun and engaging. And make sure you are reading something that interests you so that you don't feel bored and frustrated. And you can find short and simple stories on ChatGPT or Google. You can easily search. like 300, 400 words stories, and you can start from there. And if you want to read books, then you can start by Sudha Murthy's book. Her books are written in simple English. They're story based and they have very short chapters, short stories. They are quite engaging. You can start from them. And if you have developed that comfort with simple stories or books, then you can start by reading Ruskin Bond's book. His books are again story based. They have chapters, amazing stories, little advanced than that, but you can always pick them. And if you are someone who like, and if you like to consume some self-help or motivational type of content, then you can read some non-fictional books like Atomic Habit, Ikigai. So these kind of books would help you a lot. If you can understand books language easily, then you can also read newspaper. But if you are a beginner, then please don't start with newspaper because they have advanced words. You might feel frustrated. You might feel like giving up. So don't start from newspaper. You can start with simple stories. But if you are comfortable with the language or you understand books, then you can read newspaper too. And now let's talk about the most important part of reading. How should you read to improve fluency? Okay, if you are reading to learn English, spoken English, or improve your fluency, then you have to do active reading or intentional reading. Okay, so this is about that intentional reading. To start that, first you need to identify the content, what you are going to read. So in the starting, don't set some unrealistic targets like I will finish 10 pages or something. No, because here we are focusing on quality over quantity. So you have to identify the content, what you are going to read accordingly. So start with, I think if you are reading an article or a short story, then you can pick a story that is between 200 to 400 words. And if you are reading a book, then you can set the target of reading 2 pages, 2, 3 pages. That is enough to start. Once the content is decided what you are going to read, then you have to read it out loud 3 times. How? I will tell you. First time, simple, read it word by word, sentence by sentence, without thinking much, without having the fear of making mistakes or learning everything at once. No, simple read. That would help your tongue get used to with the English language, or it will help you to develop those mouth movements when you are speaking English words. That means you have to simply read it out loud without thinking much. Once it is done, you have to read it again. This one is intentional reading. You have to read with intentions. So this time, focus on sentences, story, words that are being used. Okay. If you are unable to understand any word or sentence, read it in your diary. You have to keep one diary or a notebook where you have to write these difficult words or sentences you are unable to understand. When you are done with reading second times, now try to find the meaning of these words. First, try to understand with the help of the story you read. If you are unable to make sense, you are unable to get the context here, try to take the help of dictionary. From that dictionary, write that word, the definition, and try to write some sentences using this word so that you will be able to understand the context where this word can be used. That would help you to recall that word easily. Okay, do the same for all the words. And once you are done with that, try to revise it 1 or 2 times so that you can easily grab, you can retain the information easily. Once you are done with this, then read the story third time. This time it would be little different because now you are aware about some words and sentences. So this time you will easily get the context of the story. You will easily retain some more information that you read last time. Okay, third time reading again out loud, but with the intentions. With that would be an active reading. Okay, and when you are done with 3 times reading, keep your book and notebook aside. This time you have to summarize the story in your words. That way, you will be able to retain the information in your mind comfortably because now you are aware about some words, some sentences, and you have read it 3 times already. So this time you have to summarize. And if possible, try to record your summary so that you can easily point out your mistakes. So this was how should you read. And now let's talk about what not to do while reading. Okay, first thing, you don't have to read in your mind. No, you have to read it out loud, not in your mind. Second, avoid fast reading. We are not running any race. Here, the focus is quality over quantity. We don't need to finish 10 books. Our focus is whatever we are reading, we should be able to understand. So don't read, avoid reading fast. And third, collecting a lot of words and not try to use them anywhere. See, there won't be any point if you will write hundreds of words and you will not try to use them anywhere. You don't need to understand or memorize every word, but every day you can try to pick 3 to 4 words. That would be helpful, that you find you can use it somewhere. If you will simply write it once and you will keep your notebook aside, then there won't be any point. Whatever you are reading, the words or sentences, you will have to revise again and again, unless you are simply finishing a book. Because in active reading, our focus is quality, not quantity. Whatever you read, you have to read with intentions of learning and using it in your speaking. So, this was it from my side. I hope now onwards you will do active or intentional reading, and whatever you learned from this video, you will try to use for your benefit. And thank you so much for watching this video till the end.